This is what you might have missed on BCSN Sports Nightly.
Did you know when you were having the impermissible discussion that it was impermissible?
Well, as it turns out, it looks like I probably should have, but I guess I should have. Let me leave it at that.
That was St. John's head basketball coach Ed Heintschel earlier today, a day after he was suspended from in-game coaching for the entire postseason after what, in layman's terms, the state says is recruiting. Good evening and welcome to a Monday night edition of Sports Nightly. My name is Eric Halbert. Coming up on tonight's wealth of information, the playoffs play on. The Walleye Wrap will check in with the Reds in the top 5 plays of the week. But we begin tonight with the Ohio High School Athletic Association's response to St. John's statement on Coach Heintschel's suspension. It reads as follows. Contrary to the statement released by St. John's Jesuit on Sunday, there were multiple instances of impermissible contact by Coach Heintschel in an attempt to secure the enrollment of an 8th grade student from another school. It continues. In addition, although academics was discussed during the contact, the intent was to influence the student to enroll at St. John's Jesuit, which is not permitted. This is St. John's practice today. Despite the suspension, Coach Heintschel is allowed to coach the team during the week at practice, just not during the game. Assistant coach and former Titan player Mike Schoen will handle the game night duties. Coach Heintschel is in his 37th year and has no plans to hang up the whistle. As you might expect, he's not happy about the events that have played out, but understands the process.
You've been around for 30 plus years, and during that tenure, have you done everything by the books?
I feel so, yeah. I mean, typically it's something like, we have kids come up and they're interested in the school, and I've always, turned it to the admissions people, which is what you're supposed to do.
So obviously a lot of things happening with the St. John's Titans. We head in the tournament. For that, we bring in Rhett Boyd, BCSN analyst here, joining us to shine a little bit of light on this. Again, a huge situation for the Titans going into the tournament to be without Coach Heintschel.
Yeah, and it's a tough situation for everybody involved, without a shadow of a doubt. But it is what it is at the end of the day. The OHSA has rules in place that are expected to be followed, and when errors are made, there's consequences for that. And St. John's has done a good job stepping up and acknowledging those errors. And you just hope you learn from it and you move forward. That's all you can do at this point.
I think you provide a unique situation to this and a little bit of light because you were the coach at Notre Dame, a Catholic school. Give me an idea as far as the Catholic schools are concerned. Is there something that they set forward for you? Do you go over this? Give me an idea how you learn that.
Well, and it's difficult too, because I've been on the public side and the Catholic school side, like you said, and the rules constantly change and are tweaked and adjusted as you go. And it's been 4 years since I've been involved with it, and they've changed since then. So it's important for the athletic department within your school to be on top of it, the coaching staff to be on top of it, because they do change quite a bit, just based on the times that we're in and situations that pop up. You make adjustments to the rules as you go.
Sure, we heard from Coach Heintschel. Now the man in charge coming off of the bench is from the assistant to the head coaching role.
Obviously it's a surprise, but the kids, they're resilient and they respond well. We had a great day of practice yesterday and hope to do the same today and then translate that to the floor on Tuesday.
All right, so if we heard from Coach Schoen, he's been around the program a long time, and I think they're in pretty good hands.
If there's a guy that is an assistant out there that's ready to step into a role like this, it's Mike Schoen. I've known Mike for several years, and he has been in and out of that. He's been through that program as a player and as a coach. He's been the head coach at the lower levels, and now he stepped up into the varsity assistant's role. Very smart guy. He's very big, has a heavy voice within that program with the scouting and the game planning and whatnot with Coach Heintschel. When I observe him on the sidelines doing their games, when he has a message for his players, they are locked in and tuned into him. They're listening to his message and they go and carry it out. There's great respect there. You can really tell that. So I think this will be as smooth of a transition as possible under the circumstances for St. John's, because I know that they are focused on making a deep tournament run, and this shouldn't change that.
Be sure to watch Sports Nightly weeknights at 10:30 on BCSN and follow us on Twitter at sports_nightly.